Hello, teachers, and welcome back. This is now Give Me 5, Book 3, and this is Unit 1, and this is our first lesson of 6 lessons for 1 unit. So let's jump straight in. And as you can see on the left-hand side, there's a huge amount of vocabulary. There's a lot of words here, and there's just a lot more detail compared to Book 1 for obvious reasons. We've got vocabulary on the left-hand side, we've got a song and a chant, we've got a dialogue, we've got the WH questions, we've got grammar, we've got more dialogue. It's crazy. And just as a quick reinforcement, we have the demonstratives, we have prepositions, we have adverbs, we have collocations, we have non-specific you. It really is a lot of stuff to have to deal with. And if you're not careful, you can get lost in all of the things that you're supposed to be focused on. So let me share with you how I will approach this particular lesson. Okay, boom, we're going to go straight into our vocabulary. Now, with regards to this vocabulary and with regards to level 3, 4, 5, 6, things are a little different. So as you can see on the left-hand side, it's a football pitch, okay? Some people might call it a football field. Some people might call it a soccer field. Some people might call it a soccer pitch, maybe. What I'm saying is that there are many ways and many names that we can call the exact same thing. So that can be confusing for the student. As a result, you as the teacher need to stick with the content in the book. That does not mean that you must not mention other words, but it does mean that you have to focus in on the target vocabulary as well as the target grammar in the book. Okay. So we call it a football pitch. That's what it's called in the book, but some people might say a soccer field. Okay, not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the vocabulary. I'm just going to allow them to say it out once or twice. I'm not teaching them vocabulary now. By this stage, our students are good at reading. They should have the tools necessary to read almost any word. They should have the mental tools necessary to look up those words for themselves. And they should be able to read a word, look at the picture, and then realize, okay, this word must equal this picture. So we're not going to spend too much time on the actual vocabulary of it. This is just to contextualize the students and to help them get familiar and ready for the class. So I'll throw up, let's say, 5 words on the board, then I'll throw up another 5 words on the board. And now we're going to move on to the important part. And now this is the phrasal verbs or verb phrases, okay, phrasal verbs. And this is part of the lesson. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have the reading part down with our students. So this is the reading or the song, and we're going to go through it as a class. We're going to say, all right, boys and girls, get out your books, go to exercise number 3, and we're just going to read it through as a class. Boom, 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 boom. Now, the reason why we're going to read it as a class is because we want to just focus attention and we want to get their energy up. So I might ask the whole class to stand up. And then once they've done that, I'll ask them to sit down. And then I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, number 1, from Monday to Friday, I go to school. This is my school. My school is cool. That is number 1. Circle it, please. Number 2, boys and girls. Where do you play the drums? Where do you go online? I play the drums in the music room. I go online in the computer room. Okay, circle that. That's number 2. And then the last one, number 3. So the meaning is I'm helping my students understand what I want from them. We did it broadly. We did the whole class. And now we're going to do it in small groups, or you can even do it in individuals if you'd like to. Once my students have circled that, I'll give them a couple of seconds or minutes to practice. And then I'll say, all right, boys and girls, please stand up. And then I'll say, all right, team A, you are the red, the blue, the whatever, and I'll give them their points accordingly, okay? So now we did the general reading, we did the follow-up, and now we're doing the testing part of that. All right, now we're going on to the phrasal verbs. And the reason why I wanted to keep the phrasal verbs back is because I wanted them to get used to those words in context, and now we're going to throw them on the board. So play football, study music, eat, do PE, use a computer. Now, once I've given the students the general idea, okay, of the phrasal verbs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to then say, all right, boys and girls, what do you think number 6 is? And the kids are going to shout out, she is running, she is jumping, running, jumping, playing a game. All of those are correct, and you're free to give out cards or you're free to give out points to your students. However, like I said, we need to focus in on what is inside the book. So play with friends is the correct phrasal verb. What is this one? Okay, it's a hall or it's a corridor. Okay, it's actually a corridor. A corridor. So are we going to walk in the corridor, run in the corridor, play in the corridor, don't play in the corridor? What are we going to do? Hang our coats. Okay. This one is a bike stand. Okay, we're going to park our bikes. We're going to plant vegetables in the vegetable patch. Okay, so that is now how it works. And we're going to read books, in the library. And that is how it works with our book 3, level 3 and above, okay? There are many, many different ways in which to say the exact same thing. We've got to focus in on the content inside the book. All right, teachers, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Some interesting things, please watch it again. If you missed out a couple of things that I was saying, I will see you in the next one. Take care until then, and bye-bye.